in the realm of cults, the Mother God cult was way fucking worse. That still haunts me. That still keeps me up at night. The Mother God cult. That one's something else, dude. That one is something else, okay? That's probably one of the worst ones that I've heard of. And I am an avid cult media consumer. I find them to be very interesting. You have to show me something fucking nutso to beat the Mother God cult, the Love Has Won cult. You really got to show me something crazy. It's Love Has Won. It's Love Has Won. That's my favorite cult. Easily. Do I want to know what that is? Yes, that is the one with the money. The mummy. So, if anybody wants a good documentary to watch, there's a 3-part documentary series. I think it's on HBO Max, and it's called Love Has Won, or Mother God, or I don't remember what it's called. TLDR. You can send me something, go ahead. TLDR. Love Has Won was this lady. Her name was Amy Carlson. Amy Carlson worked at a McDonald's. She did a little bit too much acid, as the story goes. Little bit too much with the psychedelics. Started dating this guy that was probably like 40 years her senior, who was just like a stoner hippie. He was always zooted. And they started living in the middle of nowhere, smoking a bunch of pot, doing mushrooms, doing LSD, all kinds of shit. And they came up with the idea that the clouds that are flat and long, there's like a scientific name. I don't know the classification of clouds. They decided that there were people that lived in the clouds. Real people. They were aliens. They were extraterrestrials. And they were called the Galactics. And the Galactics were going to help humanity ascend to the 5th dimension. Not the 4th. Not to be confused with the 4th. We already have the 4th. The 5th. The 5th dimension, okay? And that our current life was 3D. But that everybody needed to get to the 5D. So they started doing this little podcast. At first, it was relatively harmless, you know. Love, charity, altruism, virtue, be kind to one another, spread love. That's how we ascend. That's how we become one with God. You are God. Become one with him by being your true self. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Amy starts getting a little crazy. Okay, Amy starts calling herself Mother of all creation. She also says that she has many other names, which are literally all of the other gods that have ever fucking existed, which, a little tasteless. Anyway. She starts dating like a bunch of different guys. She kind of jumps around to multiple different men, all of whom are Father God, by the way, all of them. Even though conveniently they're not the Father God, they're just different ones. She hasn't figured it out yet. As Mother of all creation, she hasn't quite figured out which one is the true Father God. So she does this for a while, and, you know, she starts to amass a following of people who believe in her message of, like, love and empowerment and uplifting each other and, you know, working hard for humanity, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, the extra crazy people who truly believe that there are little people that live in the clouds, those people come to live with her. Now, mind you, throughout all this time, Amy is slowly getting crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier. Okay? She believed that she had spirit guides, which are pretty common in a lot of spiritual practices. However, her spirit guides were Robin Williams, Saint Germain, Donald Trump. Where's the picture? She has a picture of her with all of her spirit guides. Amy Carlson spirit. Her most prolific spirit guide was Robin Williams. That's who she talked to the most, was Robin Williams, okay? And so Robin Williams would tell her what to do, okay? And who were Amy Carlson's spirit guides? I just want like a list of the guides. There has to be one. Anywho, she had quite an extensive list. Oh, that's right. Joan of Arc was in there. Cleopatra was in there. Marilyn Monroe was in there. Donald Trump, Robin Williams, and that all of they believed in the people that lived in Mount Shasta. There's like a whole conspiracy about that. You can look that up. And they were also very anti-Semitic, and they believed in the existence of the cabal that was trying to stop their ascension to the 5th dimension. So anyway, Amy's crazy. TLDR, okay? And she has all these other people who are equally as fucking crazy, like running around with her. They had a little compound that they all lived in. They all lived in the same house together. Amy would restrict food because obviously when you die, the Galactics come to take your body, and you have to be light enough to get in their spaceship. So you have to be 80 pounds or less. Obviously, you can't go up into the spaceship with the Galactics, duh. So she was starving all of them. They were sleep deprived. She claimed that she did not participate in or indulge in illicit or mind altering substances. However, that's not true. She's seen on camera many times, like drinking, smoking weed. There was also a lot of meth consumption. There was a lot of coke. Name your drug, they were doing it, okay? And the most fun part about this whole thing is that this cult live streamed everything. These people were on the internet in the early 2000s live streaming shit before it was even a thing. So pretty much every morsel of information you could ever dream of reading about these people is on the internet, and it's documented by them. Truly amazing. So finally, after Amy has had her multiple father gods, she starts dating this new father god. And this guy is a psycho. This guy has a violent history, has a history of drugs. And this guy just kind of like, they are trouble together. Okay, trouble in paradise, all right? This guy is supposedly incredibly abusive, incredibly racist, incredibly violent. The HBO documentary really downplays how horrible this group was. They don't really talk on like the eating restrictions. They don't talk about the racism. They don't talk about the anti-Semitism. There was a girl that pissed him off and he made her sleep outside like a dog for like 2 weeks. Like shit like that. Quite aggressive, quite aggressive. And the HBO documentary doesn't quite do that justice. But anywho's so one of the things that helped this group get money is they would sell like healing boxes on the internet. So they would, Mother God would pick out like a crystal for you. They'd send you like a fucking candle and like a notebook or, like a tea or something like that, right? You order the box. It's like, $20 for the box, and Mother God hand packs your box with, things that are aligned just for you. She would also do, like telepathic surgery. So like if you had, a bad demon inside of you, she would telepathically do surgery for like the low price of $2,000 and cure you of all your demons. Insane shit. So one of the things that they sold was colloidal silver. Now colloidal silver is colloidal silver is a tincture which is believed to have healing properties, though the healing properties of colloidal silver are superficial. So the purpose of colloidal silver is supposed to be like you get a cut and you can put colloidal silver on it. You're not supposed to do this, but that's where the quote-unquote healing property of colloidal silver comes from. Colloidal silver, however, is not meant to be ingested. Amy and all of these people were drinking a metric fuck ton of colloidal silver, okay? And two things are true about colloidal silver. Colloidal silver will turn you blue because it has very high concentrations of nickel in it. Secondly, colloidal silver acts as an inhibitor for a lot of substances. So this is like a loose comparison, but certain medications that you will take will mute the effects of controlled substances. I'm trying to think of like an example. Like here's a more broad example, okay? You're not supposed to take MDMA and drink at the same time because they mute the effects of each other. There's like no point in doing it because it's not like you're like super fucked up. It's like they're competing for like the active substance in your system, so you keep taking more. So colloidal silver acts as an inhibitor. It blocks the effects of things like alcohol and drugs. So not only were they drinking a fuck ton of colloidal silver, they were getting high all the time. And because they were drinking colloidal silver, they had to drink and do more drugs, essentially. And so over, time, consuming all this colloidal silver, doing excessive amounts of drugs and alcohol, Amy loses it. And she had already lost it long ago, but I mean, like, she really fucking loses it, okay? This bitch blew. She died, I believe, at 47 years old. She was like 60 pounds when she died, okay? Like 60 pounds. There was so much colloidal silver in her body that it was present in her bloodstream. Like, unbelievable. So she is starting to die, obviously. Very obvious. You can see pictures of her. She's blue. She looks like a skeleton. She does not look well. They take her to Oregon. Well, first they take her to California because she's supposed to ascend through Mount Shasta. That doesn't work out for whatever reason. Robin Williams tells her to axe that plan. They go to Oregon. They put her in a hotel room. She dies in the hotel room. They believe I believe it was 14 days. 14 days. I could be wrong. 14 days. They believe that she's in there because the Galactics haven't come and got her. And they're like, we can't let the cops take her body. Okay. So they take her body. And they drive her body all the way back to Colorado. Get pulled over twice, by the way. They camp with the body. They're sleeping next to the body. They have the body dressed up. They did something weird to the body to, like, mummify it. I don't remember exactly what it was. Being super fucking weird about it. Somebody finally calls the cops, and the cops come and they find her all mummified and shit like that. Leading up to her starting to die, and obviously her whole body was shutting down. By the end of her life, she couldn't walk. She had to be carried places. She couldn't, like, regulate her body temperature. She couldn't eat. She couldn't drink anything. She was begging to go to the hospital. And all of her little cult followers told her, no, the Galactics are coming to take you, bitch. Like, you don't need the hospital. Crazy shit, dude. Absolutely crazy shit. Not one person went to jail for her death. Not one person. Father God was on house arrest for the endangerment of a minor because in the house with the mummified body, they were fucking children. So he got in trouble for like child endangerment or something like that. None of these bitches have ever been to jail. These hoes are still uploading YouTube videos today. Today, I am subscribed to their YouTube channel. I watch every single fucking video they put out. It's amazing. It's mind-boggling. It changed my brain chemistry forever. Forever, my brain chemistry has been changed by learning about the forbidden lore of this cult. If you are ever bored, it's called Love Has Won. Amy Carlson, Mother God. It will change your life. I literally have... I will never be the same. I will never be the same. That's my favorite cult. That is my favorite. Somebody asked me that. Sorry, but that didn't mean to sound like, but that's it, yeah. What is this? The unintentional, or the mummification was unintentional, so I'm not sure that it counts. I'm pretty sure they did something weird to the body. I'm pretty sure they did something to it. I'm looking for the story in the Portland house. Okay. You're welcome for the nugget of entertainment. I would highly recommend anything about the Love Has Won cult. It's very interesting. Yeah, a spirit guidance fact kin. He is still alive, you're right. Oh yeah, she also went to Hawaii for a while. I think it was St. Germain. It was either St. Germain or Robin Williams, I don't remember. They told her she needed to go to Hawaii. And she was in Hawaii, and she told the people of Hawaii that she was Pele. The Hawaiian god of fire, I think Pele is. And so everybody like rioted to get her to get the fuck out of the island. It was hilarious. They got bullied off the island because she was like, I am your god. I am Pele. And they were like, no, you're not. Honky, get out of here. It was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. Oh, that was great. I forgot about that. Or are they all popular figures, religious or otherwise? Because that's just how powerful Mother God is. Yeah. Quite interesting. Not the fifth dimension, bro. Isn't it supposed to be an antibacterial or something? It's supposed to be used externally. You're not supposed to eat it. Or drink it. Doing coke while drinking sobers you up, apparently. Superficially, sure. Oh, she also was on Dr. Phil. I totally forgot about that, too. She was on Dr. Phil because her mom and her sister were like, girl, you're not doing too hot. And she was like, as Mother God, I'm here to divine blessings upon you. And everybody was like, oh. They might have. I'm not sure if they based an American Dad episode off of this. I'm not quite sure. I don't know what it is about colloidal silver. It probably doesn't taste good. I would imagine it tastes like shit. I'm pretty sure that the nickel is what turns you blue. I'm Googling this. I will not be gaslit. What in colloidal silver turns you blue? Yes, colloidal silver. Fuck! It is the Argia. Whatever. God damn it. Okay. What does colloidal silver taste like? What does colloidal silver taste like? I just want to know what it tastes like. The silver particles are so fine the taste will be similar to water. Oh, well, that's boring. I could just drink water. That's stupid. People also thought colloidal silver was used to treat COVID, too. I don't know what it is about the colloidal silver that everybody loves. I'm not quite sure. It doesn't taste good. Keeps you from getting fucked up, and it turns you blue. I mean, I can't really see any pros here. You know what I mean? There were Christmas lights. They did scoop out her eyes. That is true. That is, yes. That was the mummy thing that I was thinking about, yeah. They could have rotted. I'm pretty sure they did something weird to the body. I know they did. Not just in, like, keeping it and, like, wrapping it up and shit and, like, putting clothes and makeup on it. I mean, like, they actually did something weird to the body. I don't remember what it was. I watched a mortician do, like, a thing about the mummy. And they did something to it. I don't remember what it was, but they did something to it. They did something weird with it. We watch a video right now? A video about what? Is that the cult that would get you? No, I think easily, though, the cult in Midsommar would get me. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. She basically did just mummify herself. Yes, very true. Does she count as a honky if she wasn't white? She was white. Oh, you're right. Okay, she was a smurf. Okay, you got me. You got me there. Look, I doubt bodiless non-human entity would give a shit about the cultural race relations between humans, but do you really have to be nuts to think that the Hawaiian people would be like, hi, Pele? Well, she thought that she was every god. And then this cult was also very racist, very anti-Semitic as well. So I don't think that you can be like racist and then claim to be like a not white god. You know, I don't know. Just a thought. I just want to taste it one time. I just want to know what colloidal silver tastes like, because they believe that it has healing properties. Keldoji, it does not. It's like why people eat like ivermectin and shit like that. I don't fucking know. Is this why she was super high and drunk all the time to combat the colloidal silver? No, I think she just liked being fucked up, dude. Can we watch one of the videos they uploaded recently? Yeah, let me see if I can find one. They usually upload one every week. So unfortunately, after the passing of Mother God, there was a fracturing in the cult. Some of them still follow Father God. Father God actually has a TikTok account if you're interested. He just like screams at the camera and then sometimes plays the guitar. Very entertaining. He says a lot of slurs though, so you know, proceed with caution. Their YouTube channel is, hang on, I gotta find it. 5D full disclosure. So, and this is actually my least favorite lady in the entire cult. This is my least favorite one. I like the one, I can't remember her name. And they all took different names too. They all like turned in, they, you know, they take like cult names or whatever. Love has one girl who was high as fuck. I don't know what her name was. And then one guy's name was Commander Buddha. I was like, that actually fucks. That's a good one. It's this girl. This is the one that, let me save this picture, because wow, what a treat. I don't remember this girl's name, but this girl, I want to watch her YouTube channel. She used to do this YouTube channel with this girl. Hang on one second. This girl is the one whose YouTube video I want to watch, because this girl, every time they showed this girl on stream, she was higher than in the last frame when you saw her. So as you can see, obviously, she is very high. Every time they put her on stream, she was higher. It was hilarious. It was incredible. I want this girl's. And then she's like sitting there doing the interview and she's like, and then Robin Williams told her, she was like, you have to stop and like stay away from the cabal. And it's like, it's amazing. Amazing to watch. Amazing to watch. Just quite a treat. Quite a treat. So this is their YouTube channel now. I don't really like this girl. She's a little bit more boring. What do you mean, how can I tell she's high? What the fuck are you talking about? She's shaking like a rat in the cage. Look at her eyes. Look at her pupils. With a studio light shining in your face, if your pupils are this big, you're high. Like, this is for an interview. They have a studio light in her face. Look at her eyes. And then again, if you watch any videos of this girl, I shit you not, she's doing this. Like, the whole video. Like, she can't sit still. She's wired. She's wired. She's like doing blow in between the fucking shots of the documentary. Oh my god, she had seen some shit. She had seen the dimension. She had seen the fifth dimension. She did. Obviously zooted. Obviously zooted. Hang on. This. Okay. Hang on, I'm gonna accept this. 1 second. Why is God not letting me do this? Oh, here we go. 1 second, because if I don't do this right now, it's not gonna happen. Sorry, give me 1 moment. I apologize. Dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air. Why the fuck is this not working? Crimson, I need you to add me on Discord so I can be in a group chat with 10. Do you think her pupils are so dilated she can actually see the fifth dimension? Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Of course she can see it. That's why I believe her. That's why I believe her. She's the only one that was actually able to go to the fifth dimension. Absolutely. Okay, so this is their YouTube channel. So this girl isn't as fun. She's not as fun, but she, you know, so they're doing okay. I mean, I guess, all things considered. So, and then they have a series about how, like, the Earth was created. So you can see here, they've been making videos for a while. She does a couple of things about Mother God and how much she loves Mother God.
Hello, happy August, everybody. Here is the first waivers report for August. So, as
She's
always,
like the
to
most
recap
normal.
The previous month, July was not my favorite month. I know it wasn't for a lot of you. It was a really tough month, physically and energetically. Since we started the light body activations in June, I kind of said this last month, things were getting a little bit more intense, especially for the first waivers, for all of you who've been going through the light body process as well. We had like a ton of purging symptoms, a ton of just really heavy detox symptoms. And so this was also happening on a greater scale in terms of like Mother Earth as well, right? Like Mother Earth, along with our bodies, was going through what we can only really describe as like an accelerated detox or purge of parasitic frequencies. So we're also seeing, you know, a lot of Earth events because of this. So we're seeing increased earthquakes, and we're seeing a lot of fires, especially in the northwest of the United States.
Oh, I have it sped up.
In
Sorry.
other parts of the
Sorry.
world, it's flooding.
Sorry.
So we
Sorry.
have, you know, earthquakes happening at more of an accelerated pace as well. So we're keeping an eye on those. Of course, hurricane season is upon us, especially for the East Coast and for the Gulf. So obviously watching that as well, because, you know, they are predicting that it's going to be a tumultuous kind of hurricane season. And of course, all of this is with a grain of salt of like, whether these are, you know, man-made events or
They're
whether these
definitely
are
not.
real.
It's the galactics.
Sometimes it's a little bit of both, right? So we
I
can't really
agree.
get too stuck in like, is this HARP? Is this, you know, a tactic? Are they using
It's the cabal.
weapons? Like, a lot of it is going to be a mix of both, right?
It's true.
It's going to be a mix of, yes, these are man-made, and a lot
True.
of this
The
is
weather
an organic
machines.
process as well, right?
Yes.
Because Mother Earth needs to release the parasitic frequencies.
Let's skip forward a little bit here.
Updates, of course, as we go along. But let's talk about August, okay?
Let's talk about it.
So, one more thing I wanted to mention
One more thing now.
was there was quite a big timeline shift that occurred between
Yes, there was.
July 25th and July 26th.
Very true.
The 25th being the day out of time, and the 26th was the Galactic New Year. A lot
Yes.
of people felt this shift.
True.
Again, I felt it as well, and I thought it was really positive. I
Yeah.
know a lot of people, a lot of channelers, a lot of energy workers I have seen say in the last couple of weeks they have never dealt with and felt.
It was quite a
kind of the
significant
depth
shift, yes.
of the dark, heavy frequencies that we have felt for the past couple of weeks to a month.
Speak to it. Yes. Say
And
less.
sometimes that does happen. I think when
it does.
we do
It does.
level up and
Yeah.
we do jump to a new timeline, because
Yes.
at that point, a
Facts.
huge amount of clearing has to be done to stabilize that higher timeline. And
And this is the most normal one. I want to make it so clear. This is the most normal one. Out of every single person that has splintered off of this cult and now makes content, she is the most normal one. She is the one that is the most well put together. Like, yeah. So that's just like a taste. That's just like a little taste. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. She used to do streams with the girl with the bug eyes. I can't remember that girl's name. They used to do streams together, but then they got in a fight over who was the real Mother God. So, yes, very interesting shit. If you're ever bored, I'm telling you, the Love Has One cult will change your life. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, the timelines are always shifting is the reality of the situation, right? That's true. Here, we'll treat ourselves to this clip. Because this is a good one. Here you guys go. We'll treat ourselves. Here, let's treat ourselves.
We were like starting to be like, what the fuck? Are they picking her up? Are they gonna take the body? Like, do we have the body? Are we stuck with the body? Mom's body. So,
Who's they?
like who's they what? That they were gonna pick her up? Like the Galactics. Like, you know what I mean? Like our fantasies of like the starships, was that gonna happen now that mom's not in the body to be picked up? Like, we had no idea. We were just praying for like a literal miracle.
It was inconceivable to me.
Oh, and so this is John. John is father of the multiverse. John was originally father. I think he was Father God number 3. But he didn't last very long. He was Father God number 3. And then he got demoted to Father of the Multiverse.
That she would leave her body. I felt it was
Also, remember how I said they said that they never indulge in illicit substances? Here he is just smoking a doobie on stream. Just
only possible to ascend the planet with her in a body.
And then this is their footage. This is their footage. This is them camping in Oregon with the dead body.
I was just like, we're gonna, you know, put her on that wooden board, float her down the river together, and then shoot arrows, flaming arrows, and
shoot the
you know,
arrows.
have this grand thing that only God could get.
I mean,
And also, look at this guy's peoples. Again, all these people are high as fuck.
literally thought the starship would just come, right?
Yeah, I hate when that
But
happens.
then you have people like
when the starship doesn't come. I fucking hate when that happens. So, yeah, these guys are like fucking nuts, dude. It's quite entertaining. And there's lots of... I think that all of them have their own YouTube channels. Or at least most of them do. Sorry, I didn't mean to accidentally jump scare you guys with a Chud Logic video, my bad. Yeah, they're all high as fuck. I think the problem is that they're just really high. I don't think they're like mentally ill. I think they just like fried their brains. I think that they were just like too high all the time and they had like a severe break from reality and couldn't understand what was like some kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Psychosomatic effect. And then what was like actually real. Like, I don't know. I've been smoking meth for like 4 days in a row and I haven't slept. Are there people in that cloud? Like after a while, you know, I mean, it's like, well, maybe there are, who knows? Yeah, it's quite interesting. Oh no, it's definitely the drugs. They fried their brains. There's no shot. There's no shot. That's what prolonged meth use will do to you. That's what prolonged meth use will do to you. Meth, not even once. Not even once.